everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Estefania from Gaming with Estefania. Welcome back to another Planet Zoo tutorial. We are going to talk about how you can use the terrain stamp tool to build mountains a lot faster and how you can combine that with the sculpting tool. So let's begin. Let's say that I want to build a mountain. What would be my initial approach? Usually, if you don't know that you can use the stamp tools, you would do something like this, right? You would use the pull tool and you would just pull the terrain up. That is cool, but sometimes it might not be as precise as you need to, and it would be a lot more difficult to create specific shapes. I'm not saying that it would be impossible, but there is a faster way to do something like this. And I want to show you all the different possibilities. So let's flatten this to foundation and let's see how you can do something like this with the terrain stamp tools. With the terrain stamp tools, you can adjust the height and the width of the tool, right? So you can be a lot more precise. You can know how many meters you are selecting here. Let's drag this up a little bit and now let's start creating a specific shape. Let's say that I want to have a mountain that looks a bit like this, and it can have different levels, different height levels, like this. Something a bit more complex than what we usually do with the pull tool. Let's say that we want to have something like this. We also want to have a ramp. Let's say that we want to have a ramp over here, and we drag it down here below, and we just need to do something like this. That way our animals can climb, and we can rotate this like this as well to fill the terrain. We just need to drag it up a little bit like this. And you will see how we can get a really nice effect with this. Notice how we are creating the shape of what we want to have in the end very quickly with the stamp tool like this. Well, this doesn't really look like a mountain, right? It looks sort of like a mountain, but not too realistic or something that we would like to have in our zoo. So my tip for this would be to use the smooth tool after you have your basic shape, with an intensity, let's say, of 50%. If you also make the tool smaller, you can have more control by reducing the size. Now let's apply the smooth effect over here. If we apply the smooth effect on the edges and we just use sampled instead of auto paint, we can keep the paint that we had there, which was like dirt or soil, and we can apply that smooth effect throughout the mountain. Of course, this takes some time, patience, and detail to get the effect that you really want and that you envision. But usually you can get some pretty nice and cool looking shapes over here, like you can see. We're turning something that looked a bit artificial into something that looks much more natural. Like this. We just need to spend some time smoothing this out on the edges, especially on the corners, so they don't look like a cube anymore. Like this. And you can see how they start to look more natural. This was intended to be a ramp, so let's smooth this out even further so this can be more similar to a ramp. We can also use the chisel tool here to remove some terrain, so this will be more like a ramp, a gradual ramp that goes down. And then we just smooth it out again. This is the part that I think we should fill up. We can just pull something over here like this, and then use the smooth tool again. We can also pull over here, pull it, and then smooth again. If we bring up the intensity, we can also see the results a lot faster, but I usually suggest doing this gradually. Okay, so you can see the changes and you can revert them if you need to. Awesome. After that, you can just use the paint tool. Like, for example, we could have some rocks over here to make this look more natural. We can have some soil. And it's great if you can combine the different textures to make this look a lot more realistic, like rock. For rocks, I recommend using a lower intensity, like 20%. You can use smooth rock on the edges, and you can also have some long grass like this. You get the point. I mean, we can build a lot faster and get in this type of shape with the pull and push tools would not be so easy. So if you ever want to do something like this, then just use the terrain stamp tools. They're super helpful. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful for Planet Zoo. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.